Stephen, enthusiastically, please.
So my crystal meth dealing boyfriend and his non-sexual life partner, Michael, who was a Ukrainian Orthodox deacon, decided to go on a vacation without me, so I was pissed. And few things are more dangerous than a crystal meth addicted 22-year-old gay man who's pissed. So I was left alone in the apartment, and I decided to exact my revenge immediately upon their departure. And I broke into the safe box where my boyfriend kept all the drugs that he sold. And I thought, well, you're gonna go on a vacation, I'm gonna go on a vacation. And I did. I was living in Chicago at the time, and I went to the sleaziest bathhouse in town, is where I went, and I camped out for a good solid 48 hours. And in that time, I pretty much rocked it out with anyone who came by. And so I was very popular because I had lots of drugs. And so, and I was young and cute, like I was adorable. And you know how crystal meth addicts are, so cute. And I looked great. I was very thin, and I liked that. And if you're just gonna wear a towel, it's good to be thin. So I'm having a grand old time, and then at a certain point, it was just not enough anymore, and that, is the nature of drugs, my friends. At a certain point, it's just not enough anymore. And so I decided to go see my friend Joey, and my friend Joey was not really my friend. He was a customer of my boyfriend's, and he was kind of a manipulative asshole, but he could administer syringes, and I was going there. Yeah, I know. And so that's the way it was. And so I went and met up with him. And the thing about Joey is he was someone I liked to have around because I could feel better than him. In his apartment where I arrived, there were 5 feral cats. And they came in and out of the apartment all the time. And so I guess, honestly, now that I'm standing here, there were probably more than 5. I just thought they were the same 5, but it was probably a bunch of different cats who just came in and out and in and out. But, and mind you, this is now 48 hours later, so their trip was just 3 days long. So we're getting closer and getting closer and getting closer to their, arrival back, and the consequences that are coming from that. And I'm starting to freak out, because in general, I was born a little paranoid, because I'm Irish Catholic, but also, if you stay up for 48 hours, paranoia is like one of those things that happens. And so, and I'd also done this horrible thing that there was going to be something that happened, And so I was freaking out, and Joey was like, shut up, let's do more drugs. So I would do more drugs, and we'd have kind of sex, because he was straight, which, straight plus crystal just means okay. And so we were doing stuff, and it was fine and whatever. And then all of a sudden we got to that real Boogie Nights moment, that real, intense moment where all of a sudden he said, do you want to see my gun? And I was raised in the most liberal New York, New Jersey house in the world. I say New York, New Jersey because when you grow up in New Jersey, you're like, New York, New Jersey. You just want to be a part of it. But I was born in Brooklyn, but that's neither here nor there. So, but I didn't see guns. I had never seen a gun out of its holster. I'd seen cops have guns, but it was in a holster. I'd never seen a drawn gun in my life. And he was like, do you want to see my gun? And I was like, okay. And so he pulls it out of a safe, and he's like, look at my gun. Look at it, 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 and it's here. And I was totally freaked out. I was totally like, I'm going to die now. This is how I'm going to die, and I deserve to die. Because, you can't even treat your crystal meth dealing boyfriend well. Look at yourself. You deserve it. As is the case in miracles, the time just passed, and I didn't die. And I walked home, and I feel like I told the truth for the first time in my life. When they arrived back home, I said, I stole the drugs. That's where they went. I didn't make up some fantastical story. And I had come to a realization. For the first time in my life up until that point, I realized that I wanted to live. Thank you.
Steven, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to try something for filler right now. A little game that we think we're going to be able to do. Aaron Maya Dark. Dark Hay? Dark. So much less pretentious. I know this woman's last name is D-U-B-E, and I was like, Dube, and she's like, Dubé, and I'm like, right. But anyway, you're going to be next. So Steven and I feel, we quickly spoke, we feel that if someone calls out a classic American musical, that we might be able to sing it together at the same time. Bye-bye, Birdie.
Bye-bye, Birdie.
Ready? A 5, 6, 7, 8. Bye. Okay. Bye. Bye. Bye, Birdie. The army's got you now. Bye. Bye, Birdie. We'll be there somehow. We'll be there somehow. Okay. Oh, do you want to do another one? He wants to do one more. Guys and dolls. When you see a guy reach for stars in the sky, you can bet that he's doing it for some doll. When you spot a John waiting out in the rain, chances are he's insane, as only a John can be for a Jane. When you meet a sport, but we'll stop. Steven, ladies and gentlemen.